Hey everybody, my name is Bob Wold. I am the CEO and co-founder of Quantum Rings. Before I jump into it, I just want to honor what everybody else said. We have the leaders in QPU, the leaders in GPU, the leaders in bringing kind of students onto platforms and big companies onto platforms, all here talking. And in some ways, you might look at these things and think these things are competitive, but really, these things are all kind of playing together in what's starting to become a really cool ecosystem. Where Quantum Rings plays in that ecosystem is we build developer tools that make quantum computing a lot more practical for enterprises to get started on today. And our leading tool is a very large scale quantum simulation that lets you execute quantum circuits on classical hardware. And so to sort of set the stage for the conversation today in a little bit more of a corporate lens, it's been estimated that the economic value that's going to be created by quantum computing is going to be absolutely massive in the relatively near future. And this isn't coming from, some overly optimistic quantum people. This particular estimate comes from McKinsey and Company, and we can see from a lot of information, including information put out by IBM, that 60% of Fortune 500 companies are actively exploring or are already engaging in quantum computing. We can also see from surveys put out by BCG and others that most of the people who start investing in a quantum computing program intend to maintain or increase their spending. But we can also see that like almost everybody agrees that the current immaturity of quantum computing is blocking them from getting meaningful results. And so, well, a lot of what we talked about just recently was this really cool vision for how large quantum computers are going to be really soon. The current state is a lot harder for people to work in. The current state is that we see error rates between 0.1 and 1% per operation. The costs are very high. Actually, a fairly reasonably priced quantum computer will cost you as much for a second as a very high-end GPU will cost you per hour. And they're scarce. I ran a circuit just last week and it took 12 and a half hours of wait time to get access to that computer. And so if you are one of the developers working at an enterprise and you're trying to do this work, it can be pretty frustrating. Now, the cool thing is the ecosystem is there for you, and Quantum Rings breaks a lot of these limitations. So the way developers work in any field is we sort of do these iterations. We design, we develop, we test, we learn, and the faster and the cheaper we can do those iterations, the quicker we get to innovative answers. But when you have to put a quantum computer into the mix in your development cycles, it's just way too slow and way too expensive. And so Quantum Rings lets you execute hundreds of qubits with millions of operations with low errors on your desktop or in your cloud. And we let you do that today on the reliable hardware that you have. And so we have IBM here, one of the leaders in putting out educational material on quantum, along with all the other stuff that Travis highlighted. You can go to their website today and see an example of how to do a 127 qubit optimization problem, estimated to take 8 minutes on a QPU. You can run that in 30 minutes on your laptop with the Quantum Rings SDK and actually get a highly accurate answer that usually it's probabilistic, but usually will actually give you a more accurate optimization. You can even go to more infamous things like Google's 2019 quantum supremacy experiment, estimated to take 10,000 years on the fastest supercomputer, and run that on your laptop in 2.5 days. Your laptop will turn into a space heater for 2.5 days, but it will get you the correct results. After we launched that, we partnered with NVIDIA, the company that Marwa is representing, and we launched full GPU support with CUDA-Q at GTC in 2025, and now you can do it in under an hour with an H100. We make this free for academic users, and we have packages for even small businesses, but even support the needs of large enterprises. And we've seen, good adoption from hundreds of universities, thousands of users, millions of circuits executed. And what's even more exciting is we offer simulation today, but we're excited to announce to the QED-C folks here that we will be making a new offering available this fall called Open Quantum, where we aim to democratize quantum computing itself and provide an easy few line of code change to go from executing locally on your simulation onto quantum computers. And most interestingly, through a partnership, are going to be able to make a lot of this quantum compute time free in many cases. So check it out, join the waitlist. We'd love to email you and keep you up to date. So if you're just getting started on your journey, or if you want to enable your developers to go further, or if you've already got proof of concepts, but you want to scale them up a little further, let's talk. I'm Bob at quantumrings.com. Or if you're more of a do-it-yourself person, you can just go to quantumrings.com, sign up for free, and give it a shot. Thank you.